Have you ever been watching a video where people read Reddit stories and think, why is everybody agreeing so much? I want to see some arguments. Well, in this podcast, that's what we do. We argue. Welcome to Reddit Court. My name is Nick Moondoggy. In this court, we do 4 rounds of debating. Our 2 lawyers that we have here today as guests will be doing the first 2 rounds. Then, me will step down from the judge stand and debate these 2 as a lawyer. I'm not only the world's fairest judge, I'm also the world's best lawyer. I went to a very good law school. And now, without further ado, let's welcome our 2 lawyers and get into it.
Hello, I'm Matt. You can find me at Welcome Matt or Mixalottamelon on TikTok, Insta, YouTube. I can't wait to lose. Very excited.
Hi, I'm Carly. You can find me on TikTok at Stinky Bong Water. I can't wait to win all my.
The first case. Am I the asshole? I think I'm going to say asshole. I think it's fine on YouTube, maybe. I don't know. I never know. It's sometimes they do it on Smosh, sometimes they don't. I don't know. for telling my roommate he doesn't need to invite his girlfriend over every single day and getting mad at him for hogging the kitchen for over 3 hours. So, my roommate's girlfriend is at our place literally every single day. She doesn't live here officially, but she might as well. She's always around, always in our space, and it feels like we have a 5th roommate. We already have 4 people living here. It's cramped enough. Today, I had chicken thawing in the sink because I was planning to cook dinner. My roommate saw it, he even acknowledged it, but then he went ahead and made his own dinner and spent 2 hours after that making pancakes for later. Like, I get cooking dinner, but why the hell are you spending 3+ hours treating the shared kitchen like it's your personal test kitchen? I waited patiently for a while, but after 3 hours of not being able to use the space that he knew I needed, I said something. Sorry, I lost my figure. I said something. I told him it's not okay to monopolize the kitchen when other people clearly need to use it too. I also told him he doesn't need to have his girlfriend over every single day. She doesn't pay rent, doesn't clean, and doesn't contribute to anything in the house. He got defensive and told me I should have spoken up earlier. I said, dude, I had chicken thawing in the sink. That wasn't for fun. You saw it. You knew I was going to cook. Now he's acting like I'm the asshole for being dramatic about it and making his girlfriend feel unwelcome. I don't have anything against her personally, but this is shared space and it's getting ridiculous. This is the defendant's explanation for why they might be the a-hole. The action I took was confronting my roommate about hogging the kitchen for over 3 hours and telling him his girlfriend doesn't need to be at our apartment every single day. I might be the asshole because I brought up both issues at once, and he felt attacked and said I made his girlfriend feel unwelcome. Maybe I should have handled it more calmly or talked to him earlier instead of snapping when I was frustrated. So, to decide our sides in this debate, unless you guys organically pick one of the other side, we have the guy that has his girlfriend at the apartment, and then we have the poster. Just for before we flip a coin, is there a side that either one of you take, Carly?
I mean, if I had to pick one, I would take the side of poster.
Okay. And then Matt, what would you have picked?
Your Honor, this is hearsay. I demand a trial by coin flip right now.
A coin flip. Okay. We got coin flip going. Hold on. And then Matt, since this is your first time and Carly is shorter than you,
this is digital. What does that change?
I just assume. Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails. Carly gets the poster. Matt gets the roommate.
I'm with the coin flip. The coins love me.
The coins love Carly.
The coins have never fucking liked me.
But Matt, in our second story, you do just get to pick which side. We don't flip a coin. So this is just for the first one. Carly, your opening statement.
All right. My opening statement. Every day? She's there every day? Honey, at that point, put her on the lease. She needs to be on the lease. She should just live there. What is the point? Why do you pay rent at some other place that you're literally never at? That's so silly. Also, yeah, why is he using the kitchen for 3 hours? That would make me mad too. I would be so irritated. The evidence, he literally knew. He mentioned the chicken. He knew it was there. He knew why it was there. And then he proceeds to just cook for 3 hours and make pancakes for later. Also, may I add, pancakes are not good when they're leftover. I don't know what psychopath is eating leftover pancakes. Why? I rest my case for now.
For now. Okay, well, all right. Yeah. Lawyer Matt, rebuttal.
Your Honor, I find it strange that the title of this post is, "Am I the asshole for telling my roommate he doesn't need to invite his girlfriend over every single day?" And yet, the prosecution wishes to focus on chicken. Now, as I understand it, these are all adults living in adult apartment complexes or houses or duplexes, if you will. And yet he said nothing before he posted to Reddit, of all places? Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd think he was mute.
Yeah, that was so good. Carli,
So good.
Carli, your rebuttal to the, I forget the word. Your follow-up statement.
Like, you can't hear a case without hearing all of the evidence. And so maybe the original argument was about the girlfriend staying over all the time. But you have to take into account the additional evidence of the chicken that was in the sink and the disrespect, because it adds layers onto the disrespect, because the roommate's girlfriend being there all the time is disrespectful to the shared space, and so is using the kitchen for ridiculous amounts of time. Thank you, Your Honor.
That's fair. That's fair.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
What is this? I mean, do you go into a court and say, Your Honor, I know my client wasn't at the scene of the crime on the date of the murder, but if you look 2 years prior, he stole something from a CVS? No, we are talking about the girlfriend here, and the chicken, or hearsay, or lack thereof for so-called disrespect has nothing to do with it. Now, I'm a simple man. I cannot read minds, and I assume you all cannot as well. I do not think we can postulate on intended disrespect or not, seeing as her client never said a damn thing.
That's a good point. Objection sustained, by the way. You said objection at the, I didn't know if the whole thing was objection, but regardless, sustained. Any further closing statements from either the defendant or the prosecutor?
He got me. He got me there.
You can't just give up. And
Case closed. That is the case closed right there. That is.
I'm not getting paid anyways, okay? I want me to say.
Okay, you know what? Fair. Here's my thing, okay? I originally agreed with the poster. I felt like the defendant, the poster, had a good point, right? His girlfriend was coming up. I agree with our prosecution, with Matt here, talking about how the fact that this turned into not about the girlfriend, but now about the kitchen. Just this guy being a bad roommate. This guy never brought up the girlfriend thing until he was upset about this guy being a bad roommate. The main problem we're here for, what we are judging this man for is, right, him being the asshole for bringing this up to his girlfriend, to his roommate. And I'm going to have to side with Matt here and say he was. Matt won.
Damn.
Yeah.
Beyond the case, right? I do think it was weird to bring it up in that moment. I think it's weird. This guy's his bad roommate, but
I had that thought. Like, why are you bringing that up right now? Like that.
Well, it's like he uses it as an excuse, right? Like it's, it's fine if you want to bring up whatever, if you want to bring up this and you want to bring up that, whatever, but you don't get to like start the conversation of let's talk about A and then be like, by the way, C, D, E, F, and G. Because, the other person, they got no fucking clue that's coming.
No, they don't. 100%. It's weird. But I do agree with Carly. Maybe you could have hammered home the pancakes thing a little more. Because that's weird.
Why He's a psycho?
Why we make...
Because that was a thought to me. I was like, why are you making pancakes for later? I thought, because I was like, maybe I'm just picky. But like, I don't like pancakes later. Pancakes are only good when they're hot and fresh and ready. If you keep pancakes in the fridge, you can't reheat them. What are you going to do?
They're soggy and nasty.
Yeah, it's like, what? Why?
To me, that part felt like he was just kind of being like the other guy was just kind of sort of rubbing it in his face.
Yeah.
Like he sees this guy's got his ingredients already. He's got his chicken ready. And he's like, and now that I'm done, let's do some meal prep.
Pancakes that I'm not even going to eat right now and probably throw away because they're going to be disgusting. Like, what?
Also, who meal preps pancakes? It's not like a healthy food or something. You know what I mean? Like
someone who's serious about their unhealthiness. When you want to get real and you want to bulk.
When you want to bulk, he's bulking on pancakes. That's kind of sick. Second case. And then Matt, like I said, you get to choose whatever side. Am I the a-hole for causing drama with the guest because she was bothering me while I was gaming? Heck yeah, shout out to gamers. I'm a teen girl. My uncle moved in last week, and his girlfriend is crashing here for a few days. I love video games, and this week I was chilling on my PS5 playing a story game when this girl suddenly starts a speakerphone call right next to me on the same couch while I'm playing. Like, really rude. It's basically the same as starting a call next to someone trying to watch a movie. I got annoyed and the game vibe totally died. But I stayed quiet till the call ended because I didn't want to embarrass her. Luckily, it wasn't that long. I turned the TV volume up while she was talking because I could barely hear the game over the voices. Then I heard her say she couldn't hear the other person that well because of my game. LOL. But the game can only be played in one spot. She can make calls anywhere, ever. She can make. He spelled something wrong. She can make calls anywhere the hell she wants. God, okay. What it says is she can make calls anywhere, even hell she wants. Yeah, okay, but yeah, anywhere the hell she wants. She can move if she's bothered by noise. I can't. Anyway, I told my mom tonight. She got pissed and sent my uncle a message about his girlfriend's behavior. She wants to scold them. She said it's my space and no one should be yapping in my face. The girl was being super inconsiderate. I'm glad it didn't slide, but I kind of feel bad, too. Is this overreacting? OP offered a following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. 1. Crank the TV and rat her out to my mom, making her get in trouble. 2. She's shy, and it's for some dumb reason it can totally embarrass her. That's the case. Matt?
I'll go against the poster. Sure, that'll be interesting.
Okay, so you're saying...
I don't love the look of like a 25-year-old dude immediately wanting to go after the teenage girl, but...
So you're saying, okay, so you're saying that they are the a-hole in this situation. They did...
Sure, why not? Okay. Yeah.
Carly, I think you get a little bit of the easier side here in saying that they're not the asshole.
Okay.
But Matt, your opening statement.
Ask first, okay.
Did you have a question?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I like to hang out with my family. I like to hang out with my friends. Now let's take a look at this from the girlfriend's perspective. Now she visits her boyfriend's family, and she sees the young one sitting there playing a video game. She wants to hang out with her, but she's got business. She's a grown woman, no? So she takes the call. Now, maybe it would offend some people, maybe not, but all she knows is that the call goes off without a hitch. The young woman simply turns up the TV and keeps on playing. Nothing said, nothing wrong. And then after I leave, I get an angry message from the mother saying that I'm an asshole for, quote, yapping in her space. Well, I thought I was over here having a wonderful time with my hopefully future family. Meanwhile, I got Mother Gothel over here telling me that I'm a villain for simply conducting business in a public space. End. I don't know what they say, but it's over.
I don't know what they say because when at the end you say I'm closing my case, I state my case. Maybe it's just that's
I rest.
I rest. Yes, the prosecution rests. That's what it is.
The prosecution rests.
Great, Carly. Why is this child not an asshole?
I'm gonna fucking lose this shit, bro.
Okay.
I hate children.
Was playing a video game in the living room peacefully, just wanting to enjoy it, and then somebody sits next to her and takes a phone call, yapping on the speakerphone, while they're clearly trying to enjoy this respite, this enjoyment of video games, and they're talking on speakerphone. No, that's so rude. That is so rude. And they can't just get up and move the TV into another room, but they can get up and take their phone with them and take the call elsewhere. It's inconsiderate. It's inconsiderate.
The defense rests.
The defense rests.
Okay, prosecution.
Once again, I have to point out that the communication is severely lacking. Yes, I understand it's tough to confront someone you think is being rude, and maybe they shouldn't have put you in that position to begin with. I understand all of that, but the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that we live in a world where communication is required. If I want a number 5 on the Whataburger menu, I can't just stare at the W and hope it knows what I want. I have to say a number 5, extra large. I know you don't do that anymore. Extra fry then. The point is that I have to tell people what I want. If I want 5 times extra mayo, I better goddamn ask for it.
Perfect.
Do I have my rebuttal?
Carly's rebuttal.
Okay. I would like to point out the clear power imbalance between these two individuals here, between which communication is being expected. One is a teenage girl, I think, right? A teenage girl.
Yeah.
And the other is a grown woman.
That's true.
So, by having her mother reach out, albeit maybe her mother's response was a little bit rude, but she's not her mother. Her mother is not the defendant. So, her mother, being an adult, is on an even playing field, power-wise, with this grown woman who disrespected this teenage girl's boundaries. So, there's no way to say for sure, but maybe the conversation would have gone worse if it would have been between a teenager and a grown woman.
Matthew, you're close.
16.
Matthew, you're close.
We have no way of knowing how old the uncle was. People have families of all different kinds. Nowhere, may I add, does it say my uncle, the 45-year-old man. It could be my uncle, the 17-year-old, who my mother had, or my grandmother had very, very, very late in life. Now, does that timeline add up super well with her being a teenager and her mother having a brother? Maybe not. But I ask you this, do we convict based on probably or certainty? I'll rest.
Carly's closing statement.
Follow-up statement. It is physically impossible, outside of maybe adoption, for a woman to have a baby that late in life. So.
How late? Well,
my mother had me when she was 102.
Oh, we have a miracle baby in the court. That's crazy. Do you disagree with his miracle baby status, or is that conjecture? Okay, conjecture, hearsay.
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 Hey, I'm saying it.
Hearsay.
Hearsay.
Hearsay. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now, as a judge that has been entrusted to the cloth, that has a big fancy wig in his brain. No, not that. To the cloth. To the cloth. As a judge has been entrusted to the cloth, Matt, you raised some good points. My main issue with this case is the fact that she didn't have to sit by the kid. It's weird that she did that and then called her. I think it comes down to the fact that a lot of older people don't view. And you know what? That's my bad hearsay. Don't know how old these people are. It could be a teenage bride situation. We don't know. We don't know for sure. We don't know. But what I will say is that at the end of the day, it comes down to the fact that it's weird that she sat down and then immediately called somebody when there was other places she could have been in the house. She could have came, you bring up the point of, she just wanted to hang out with her, but like, do it after you make your call. We don't know if she's a busy woman. That could have been anybody. That could have been anyone. Carly, this case goes to you.
Yes. Good day for me. Good day.
Kangaroo court.
You're the one that's saying you're a miracle, baby.
No, I knew from the get-go. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to win this shit, but I thought it'd be fun.
You did kind of convince me a little bit of some of the stuff you said, but...
I expected somebody to say, and I almost wish I got the other side so I could have argued this point and hammered it in, but like, why does she not wear headphones?
That's also a good point.
That's the other thing.
You're playing on a PlayStation 5. I know, because I have one. You can plug it. You don't need to plug it into, you plug it in. Or
whenever we had company over, I was told that I had to wear headphones and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Because then it doesn't matter. Then somebody can be next to you and it doesn't matter at all. But also, she's also a teenager, so it's not like she has her own money to go buy these things. So that could have also been argued as well. But that is a point.
You argued yourself back and forth. Perfect. All right. Now it's time for me to step up to the lawyer stand or whatever they're called, the pews, to walk through the pews.
I think it's just called the stand. The pews are the seats in church.
It's my turn to walk up to the lawyer's seat.
Am I the asshole for putting googly eyes on all the food in the fridge to prevent snacking? My roommate eats everything. I'll buy a pack of cheese sticks and they're gone by morning. I asked nicely, then labeled stuff. No change. So I got creative. I bought a pack of stick-on googly eyes and put them on everything. Milk? Eyes. Leftover spaghetti? Judging you. Even taped one to a banana. It worked. He said it creeped him out. And he stopped eating my stuff. Now he says I'm being passive-aggressive and creating an emotionally hostile refrigerator. Am I the asshole for turning the fridge into a surveillance horror movie to stop my food from vanishing?
Okay. And then can you read the mod comment?
Yes, The top comment says, I think you should put a sign on the fridge door that says emotionally hostile refrigerator with angry eyes.
All right, and then Matt. So I don't get a coin flip. You get to take whatever side.
Oh, I'm of course taking the side of the poster. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, your opening statement, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, we are people. We are human beings.
There's only one lady.
Civilized.
There's no gentleman here. Objection. It's just one lady.
All right, all ladies of the court.
Lady, it's one. Objection, lady.
Lady of the... Oh, okay. I see. Okay. I was in... Okay. All right. Rewind. Lady. We sit here today, people, civilized. Now, I understand that sometimes there are... I've had a dog or a cat myself, and that little rascal got into everything. Cheese, gone. Milk, gone. No matter what I'd buy, that little rascal would eat it. But the problem is that my cat wasn't another human being, and when you're eating someone else's food without asking or even paying for it, that is theft, no? And so my client did the only thing they could think to do, and put googly eyes all over everything. Now, I'm not exactly sure what a hostile fridge is, but I can tell you that a fridge with thievery attached to it seems a lot more hostile to me than a few Mr. Potato Heads.
Objection.
Yeah,
There was
work with that.
there was no potatoes in the fridge. She never said that, so we don't know. Also, googly eyes aren't what you put on potato heads. Their eyes don't move. Objection.
I don't. Okay. Sustained.
Carly, you
No,
have
I'm
to
not the judge.
sustain it. Objection
Unfortunately-
hearsay. Objection hearsay. Your Honor.
Hearsay.
You say it's objection.
Do you have an argument?
Or
I'm using every point in the law book. Huh?
it's your turn. I would like to hear your.
Imagine you're down and out, right? You have no money. You have no money to yourself. You're paying rent, and you're trying your best to make it day by day, and you're laser focused on bills. You're embarrassed to tell your roommate, "Hey, man, I don't have money for money for food. Like this is really hard for me." Like you're embarrassed. You're ashamed. You have a fear, a phobia of googly eyes. And your monster of a roommate puts googly eyes everywhere. And you finally realize to yourself, man, maybe I was doing the wrong thing. And then she won't stop. And you admit it, please stop. You're making this emotionally. I'm scared. I live on edge. The eyes are watching me. I need help. And she laughs and she posts about it on Reddit. Prosecution.
Your Honor, my opponent's very, very good at painting a picture, so let me paint you one as well. Imagine you're down and out. You can barely afford to buy the food you eat. And yet, somehow every night, it disappears, like a ghost or a whisper, or in this case, a roommate. And, you keep thinking to yourself, every day, maybe they'll stop, right? I buy different things. I buy food. I'm feeding both of us. Hell, where's your money going? Not the food. But they don't stop, do they? No, they don't. And so you think to yourself, maybe I don't want to be a dick about things. I don't want to be aggressive. I'll just put some googly eyes, let them know, hey, this is mine and this is yours. And now your roommate comes begging to you, please stop it. It scares me. I'm embarrassed. Clearly not embarrassed enough to stop, but apparently embarrassed enough to tell you about it. And they tell you, don't worry, this time's going to be different. I know the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth weren't, but this time, the seventh time, I swear I'm going to stop. I've never stopped before, but I will this time. And they tell you, if you just stop doing the one thing that's prevented me so far, I swear I'll stop. Your Honor, if a man shoots you 6 times and you put a little googly eye on his gun and he says, please take it off, I promise I won't shoot you this time. Are you going to take the googly eyes off? I think not, Your Honor. I think not.
Very good points. Very good points made. Nick, unfortunately, I have bad news for you.
What?
I can't allow the phobia comment to be entered into evidence. There is no proof that he has a phobia of googly eyes. This was never mentioned in the court documents anywhere.
I like this judge a lot more.
What?
To obstruct that from their memory and forget about that. And also, unfortunately for you, Nick, Matt made some good points. I will allow you to make a rebuttal.
You can't just in the middle of the court. Objection.
I told you you lost, but if you want to do one more for fun.
If you have anything left to say, either of you, these are your closing statements. You may say it to the jury. If it includes any hearsay about any phobias, you will be silenced. I will have to gag
Your
order
Honor,
you.
Your Honor. It's hearsay.
Yes.
It's
It's hearsay.
herstory. In a world with theft, murder.
Theft like your client?
No. Listen. This is what this point is. You can't both lawyer me.
It's 2 versus 1 now.
Your Honor, imagine for a moment, put yourself in this situation. Your roommate's a total freaking jerk, right? She doesn't wipe when she flushes. There's poop stains everywhere.
Not fact.
We don't know.
Exactly. We don't know. Therefore, it cannot be entered into evidence.
Right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and jump on. Your Honor, imagine that your roommate who eats your food is also Osama bin Laden. All right, imagine just for a second, if you will, how awful would that be?
Oh, good for us. Don't know, but not. You know, because Osama bin Laden is dead. But
yeah, objection, hearsay. Osama bin Laden's dead.
Objection, it's her say.
No! That's me. That's my thing.
order in the court, please. I think I have enough to make my verdict, my final ruling.
I got one thing out. Everything else was... No. You make your statement.
Are you surrendering?
No.
Are you?
The judge might change your mind.
Okay, yeah.
My ruling is that the roommate, Matt's client, is not the asshole.
Kangaroo court wasn't didn't count.
That is what we call justice, baby.
Judge was a woman, didn't count.
What do you mean? You can't know. Objection.
Objection sustained.
No. Oh fuck. Okay. Fine, whatever. I'm yet to win one of these. And it's
You're never.
That's the
You
point.
always let us choose. Of course you're gonna always lose.
That's the point. Okay.
One of the sides is like, I am a murderer and I'm a serial killer and I'm the one who shot JFK. And then Nick's over here like, all right, who do you want to defend? And of course.
Objection. What if they were a murderer? What if they were Dexter? What if JFK was a lizard?
And JFK just slipped in there? Oh shit, I didn't mean to go for that one.
What if he was a lizard person and they knew it and they saw it with their eyes?
Oh, get this guy on Dexter New Blood.
Perfect. Hey, it's Resurrection now. Thank you. He's back.
Am I the asshole for calling out my cousin when she tried to blame her body odor on me? I, 18 female, from Ontario, Canada, had my cousin, 19 female, is from Florida, USA. I'm staying with her family in Florida. We were out at midday at an outdoor restaurant, and my cousin's boyfriend, 20-year-old male, was to meet us. My cousin had a sweaty body odor, but she'd had an active day. The boyfriend kissed me cousin, and she introduced us. At the table, he made a face. When I was looking away, my cousin tried to whisper to her boyfriend, but I heard her, quote, "The smell is from my name. Please don't say anything." I said, "The smell is not from me." The boyfriend got his nose close to my cousin's upper body and smelled her. He kissed her on the top of the head and told her it's humanizing when such a beautiful woman gets smelly. This family's fucking insane. She laughed awkwardly. On the ride back home, she told me that I unnecessarily embarrassed her. She said I broke the, quote, girl code. Am I the asshole? OP offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. The action I took that should be judged as calling out my cousin when she tried to blame her body odor on me. The action might make me the asshole, as my cousin told me that I unnecessarily embarrassed her, and she said I broke the girl code.
Okay. So, Carly, what side? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Is it my turn?
Pick a side.
Yeah, pick a side.
I'll pick the side of the girlfriend.
Oh, so you think OP's an asshole?
I'm going with this.
Not an asshole. You think that the girlfriend was correct?
I think the girlfriend was correct. Okay. I don't think that, but that's what I'm going with.
Smelly one or the?
Yeah,
Smelly
the smelly one.
Okay.
You're taking the side of the smeller.
Stinky bong water is taking the stinky side.
Okay. That's wild. Okay. Am I? Oh yeah, I am opening because I didn't open last time.
There's only one other side left.
Okay, so what I'll present here is a woman who is a liar and a cheat. She was blaming her younger cousin on her body odor. She lied. There's no objection here.
Cheat. A cheat?
Sustained. Continue your.
No!
Wait, I forgot I was British. Sustained, good sir. Continue your court proceedings at once.
Okay. The woman lied. She lied to her boyfriend and then blamed it on her younger cousin. It seems very rude to do that on an unnecessary thing of the girl code. It seems lame, and to put that on somebody is lame. Also, the boyfriend was accepting of it anyways, so it doesn't even matter. He's a freak. He was freak nastying out there. He's liking the sniff. It's fine. The prosecution rests.
The jury is going to ignore the use of the word freak nasty, but...
Okay. Do I get my rebuttal?
Yeah.
You do, madam.
So, I want to open with the fact that girl code is a code that all us girls, and may I remind the jury that
All us girls.
who stands before you.
Mm-hmm.
So, girl code, I know what I am speaking of. Girl code is a code that binds us women together. And when you are to break girl code, it is a heinous crime. It is a heinous crime. And I must also present that she was with her boyfriend. She was embarrassed. She was embarrassed, and the cousin never probably has to see this man again, or not very often. Certainly not in the way that this girlfriend is going to see her boyfriend, and she doesn't want to be embarrassed by the fact that she just got a little bit of body odor. It happens. Maybe she didn't bring her deodorant with her. Maybe she forgot it at home. Maybe she needed to reapply in the day. But she was embarrassed, and this girl, she should have honored girl code and stuck up for her loved one in her time of need. The defense rests.
Your rebuttal. I can't figure out the voice. But we're just gonna keep trying
That's
things.
crazy. My rebuttal to that is the fact that if that's how she stank, the boyfriend will know that's how she stank in the future. Like, maybe that night even. He'll be aware of how she stank. You know? We don't know. So it's weird that she would lie about that, because everybody has a specific stank to them. I don't know if I'd ever side myself with a liar. I rest my case. I don't even need the finishing statement.
Now that does give you double damage, but we'll see if it's enough.
All right. My rebuttal is that maybe after the meal, she could have gone and freshened up a little bit, and maybe he would have never known. And maybe she just wanted to get through that moment, that dinner, that instance where he was mentioning it without the embarrassment. I rest.
Yeah. All right.
I've got to be honest. I was more convinced than I thought I was, that I thought I was going to be by Carly. I was way more convinced than I thought I was. That being said, there is nothing more sacred than girl code. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, rule 1 of girl code is don't throw other girls under the bus. And I have to say that in this scenario, listen, you got outvoted, nerd. Nick is right. She found the one dude that was like, fuck yeah, you smell bad. He kissed her after he smelled her. Let's zoom in on that. She had the perfect thing in the world, and she was like, let's just throw my cousin under the bus just for the hell of it. I thought you did so well, Carly, but you had to defend just A monster.
Monster. A monster. This is
monster.
My first case won, and it's really not my own fault. Carly picked the asshole side for some reason. So
I wanted to defend it. I had good points that
you
I wanted
did.
to.
In all fairness, I thought he was
really
going to
did.
pick you, like for sure. And honestly,
We can record another one where I do pick her if you want me to use that one.
I don't think that like necessarily in the right, but it was fun to argue it. So
it's funny because I got thrown off that you picked that side, and I had already came up with like I was like, I think I can win this if I pick that side.
My thing is, if she had so if the girl, no, you're fine. If the girlfriend had, just pulled her aside ahead of time and been like, "Hey, I'm really embarrassed. I'm gonna blame you." Right? If someone pulled me aside and said, "Hey, my significant other is here. I'm gonna blame you. You're never gonna see them again." I would have been like, "That's fine. We live hundreds of miles apart. Fuck yeah, you're probably not even gonna be seeing this dude in like 2 months. So yeah, get that bag, go for it." But I think where it like becomes wrong is when she didn't ask, And that's a lot to ask of a person to just on the spot be like, "Hey, can you look like the weird one?"
yeah, and now the embarrassment is on her, which is unfair.
Yeah, that's really true, guys. Well, that was awesome. I think that was a great.
That was fun.
That was great. I'm glad. I hope Carly, you're always able to do more. We might take a second, and not because you're going to be the first two. I think honestly, and I might do it where I spread them out. But
I don't be a recurring character until the people start demanding. They love me so much.
People are gonna want more of the lawyer characters. You just get ready, sir.
Hey everybody, we forgot to film an outro, but that was a really fun video. Please check out the next one. We'll keep on doing this. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day. You're beautiful. I love you. Thanks for coming to Reddit Court. Dun, 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 dun.